We often think of tears as a single, uniform substance, a simple, salty liquid that appears when we are overwhelmed. But science reveals that our eyes are actually high-tech chemical laboratories. Depending on your mood, the liquid running down your face carries a completely different molecular signature. While all land mammals produce basal tears to lubricate the eye and reflex tears to wash out irritants like onions, humans are unique in our ability to shed emotional tears. These psychic tears are triggered by the brain's limbic system. But here is the mystery. Why does the same lacrimal gland produce different chemistry when we're grieving versus when we're laughing? Today, we're diving into the untargeted metabolomics and neurobiology that prove your tears of sadness and laughter are worlds apart. When you cry from sadness, grief, or frustration, your body is undergoing a massive autonomic shift. For decades, researchers like Dr. William Frey have proposed that these tears serve as an excretory process, literally a way for the body to flush out the toxic byproducts of stress. Biochemical analysis shows that tears of sadness have a 24% higher protein concentration than reflex tears. Inside this stress cocktail, we find high levels of adrenocorticotropic hormone, ACTH, a chemical that triggers cortisol, the body's primary stress indicator. By expelling ACTH through your eyes, you are physically lowering your chemical burden of anxiety. But it's not just about hormones. Sad tears contain 30 times more manganese than what is found in your blood serum. Since high brain manganese is linked to chronic anxiety, this excretion may be a literal reset button for your mood. You'll also find Leucine-enkephalin, a natural opioid and painkiller, which explains the soothed and heavy feeling that often follows a hard cry. Now, what about those tears that stream down your face during a fit of uncontrollable laughter? This phenomenon is known as a dimorphous expression. Psychologist Dr. Oriana Aragon explains that when we experience intense positive joy, our brain's reward system, specifically the nucleus accumbens, gets flooded with dopamine and endorphins. This surge can actually become overwhelming, potentially incapacitating us from functioning or caring for others. To restore emotional equilibrium, the brain activates the parasympathetic brake. It triggers a negative somatic response, crying, to balance the high arousal state of joy. The chemistry of laughter-induced tears reflects this high-energy state. Recent metabolomic studies have identified that laughter tears are uniquely associated with biotin, vitamin B7, and caffeine metabolism. Biotin is essential for fatty acid synthesis and gluconeogenesis, indicating that your body is in a state of high metabolic turnover and energy expenditure from the physical act of laughing. Unlike sad tears, which focus on hormone elimination, laughter tears signal that your body is working hard to return to a calm, physiological baseline. If we put these tears under a high-resolution mass spectrometer, the differences are staggering. One landmark study identified 133 significantly different metabolites between positive and negative emotional tears. Tears of sadness are characterized by the upregulation of estrogen signaling pathways and localized inflammatory activities. They are physically more viscous and sticky because of their high protein content. This is an evolutionary hack. Sticky tears run down the face more slowly, making them more visible to others and signaling a prolonged plea for social support. Tears of laughter, on the other hand, show high levels of indole-3 acetic acid and free fatty acids. This indicates a rapid mobilization of lipid reserves to support the metabolic demands of the intense emotion. While sad tears are a chemical blanket of vulnerability, happy tears are the byproduct of your brain's internal regulatory gears shifting back into place. Whether they are filled with ACTH to purge stress or biotin to manage metabolic arousal, your tears are far from purposeless, as Charles Darwin once thought. They are a sophisticated physiological hack. Next time you feel that heavy lump in your throat or find yourself crying until your stomach hurts from laughing, remember, your body is precisely engineering a chemical solution to help you survive the hardest moments and balance the most joyful ones. Tears aren't a sign of weakness. They are evidence of a brilliantly tuned system working to keep you whole.